Good afternoon, everyone. My report is all about the Schools Division Superintendent, DepEd School Division Superintendent, job description, job summary, the qualification of Division Superintendent, and the duties and responsibilities of SDS. DepEd Schools Division Superintendent, job description, position title, Schools Division Superintendent or SDS, Unit Division, Office of the Schools Division Superintendent, reports to Regional Director, DepEd Executive Committee, Secretary, Undersecretary, and Assistant Secretary, position supervised, Assistant School Division Superintendent, salary, grade 26. So under SG 26, the salary of the SDS is more than 113,000 a month. So governance level, schools division office. Let's proceed now to the job summary of the SDS. Schools Division Superintendent SDS provides overall management and technical assistance for the efficient operations and effective implementation of policies and education programs at the schools division level. SDS makes educational system operational in the most direct and visible ways. Moreover, he or she strengthens the quality assurance of instructional materials and teachers' upskilling training. The SDS ensures quality in the delivery of basic education services by developing division work system and procedures, setting standards consistent with the national and regional educational policies, plans and standards, and ensures compliance thereto. SDS plays a pivotal part in ensuring the overall delivery of instructions, offers educational needs, gives fair opportunities to all personnel and students. The SDS oversees the effective and efficient use of financial, human, and physical resources of the schools division and the operation of public and private elementary, secondary, and integrated schools and learning centers are within DepEd standards. SDS takes in charge of the division unit budget. He or she plans, allocates, suggests, and improves the overall division finances to provide support and implement learning programs and projects. So those are the job summary of the schools division superintendent. Moving on, DepEd Division Superintendent, qualification and standard. CSC prescribed qualification for education, master's degree in education or its equivalent. Experience, 5 years of relevant experience involving management and supervision, 1 year as assistant schools division. Eligibility, career service executive eligibility or the CSEE, career executive service or the CES, and for training, you must have 32 hours of training in management and supervision. Let's have now the duties and responsibilities of the SDS. This CRA includes educational plan, policies, program management, and M&E. It also captures ancillary services to operations such as ICT, DRRM, health and nutrition, and internal communications. Duties and responsibilities of SDS leads in the development and implementation of policies, research agenda, and Division Education Development Plan, DEDP, strategic plan for the entire schools division. This means carrying out all division plans, projects, and programs strategically. Another duties and responsibilities of the SDS initiate the implementation of programs and initiatives anchored on evidence-based planning in collaboration with the Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Curriculum Implementation Division, CID, and School Governance and Operation Division to ensure quality and accessible education in schools and learning center. This refers to taking the lead in all divisions operation to assure all programs are implemented well. Next, duties and responsibilities supervises the implementation of quality assurance processes on SIP, SBM, and other programs and projects as basis for continuous improvement. This means consistent managing and monitoring the processes of all programs which seeks to improve the overall system of education. Another duties and responsibilities communicates and coordinates with central office and other public affairs offices across levels of DepEd and other government agencies regarding informations, news, and other matters relating to their function. This refers to constant communication with the central office and other public affairs offices across the levels of DepEd, also taking into account all educational partners and stakeholders. Moving on to the another duties and responsibilities of the SDS, approves, implements, and manages monitoring of Division of the School disaster risk management plans, and regularly reviews and tests the plan consistent with other national and local planning programs. This means failing watch over Division and School disaster risk management plan, its implementation on the ground to school level. And the last, duties and responsibilities for strategic management and operations for SDS, oversees the division and school populace through the management and implementation of health programs, provision of basic health and nutrition services, and establishment of a healthful school environment. This refers to the overall health and nutritional well-being of the learners, cheerfully support all health programs and services. Let's now proceed to the duties and responsibilities of SDS for curriculum and instructional management. Supervises the operation of all public and private preschools, elementary, secondary, integrated schools, and learning centers in the school division. Promote awareness of and adherence by all schools and learning centers to accreditation standard. This means elevating and gearing up all educational composition, both public and private, to promote accredited standards of ensuring quality education and safe learning environment. Next, duties and responsibilities for curriculum and instructional management, leads in ensuring compliance to quality standards and managing programs for curricula implementation, localization of curricula, and teaching through the Curriculum Implementation Division or CID. This refers to taking the initiatives to go localize and contextualize materials to enrich the curriculum and be much relatable to students. Moving on to the last, duties and responsibilities for curriculum and instructional management, conducts periodic visit to public and private schools and learning centers to check compliance with standards in the implementation of curricular requirements and programs or projects. This means visits to schools periodically, both public and private, learning centers to check the proper implementation of all plans, programs, and projects of the division office. Duties and responsibilities for human resource development and management, oversees hiring, placing, and evaluating all division supervisors and schools district supervisors, as well as all employees in the division, both teaching and non-teaching personnel, including school heads, except for the assistant division superintendent. This means managing, taking in charge of the hiring and promoting all division supervisors and schools district supervisors, as well as all employees in the division, both teaching and non-teaching personnel. Next, approve proposed training needs by all direct supervisors for all teaching and non-teaching staff within the school division through the School Governance and Operation Division or SGOD. This refers to offering timely and relevant training to teachers for their reskilling and upskilling. Another, evaluates performance of chief, supervisors, public schools district supervisor, PSDS, principals, and other direct reports, evaluate performance of ASDS, and recommends to ARD. This means check performance of chief, supervisors, public schools district supervisors, PSDS, principals, and other direct reports. OK's performance of ASDS and recommends to ARD. Allow me to read the last two duties and responsibilities of SDS for Human Resource Development and Management. Approves appointments and deployments, and evaluate and recommend personnel actions, promotions, transfers, reassignment and reinstatement, and dropping from the roles on all personnel of the school division except the Assistant Schools Division Superintendent. Next, acts as disciplining authority for administrative actions against non-teaching personnel in the respective schools division. Acts on complaint brought before her office, including appointing an investigator who shall conduct fact-finding, investigation, or preliminary investigation. This refers to serves as disciplining agent for any administrative cases and liabilities. Also, renders fair investigation. For resource management, the duties and responsibilities of the SDS leads in budget preparation and allocation and ensures proper use of funds and resources at division office, schools, and learning centers. Next, supervise all division office management with economical, efficient, and effective accounting and budgeting services to ensure the cost-effective utilization of financial resources. Another, plans, program, and manages the distribution of national fund allotments as well as monitor the utilization of funds provided by the national government and the local government units to the schools and learning centers. Last, for resource management duties and responsibilities, prepares and recommends approval of budget of schools within the schools division to the provincial city board and confer with them on matters affecting schools appropriation and disbursement. Okay, so this refers to the overall health and nutritional well-beings of the learners, cheerfully support all health programs and services, also takes in charge of the division unit budget. He or she plans, allocates, suggests, and approves the overall division finances to provide support and implement learning programs and projects. Moving forward for the duties and responsibilities, this time for partnership and linkages of the SDS. Sit as co-chair of Provincial City School Board or as officer, member of other bodies as provided by law, accept grants, donations, bequests, and other forms of assistance from various donors and benefactors of basic education. Next, coordinates and cooperate with local government units and non-government organizations, including national government offices, on matters affecting schools, LCs, and certain community development projects. And next, establishes linkage and network with other local government units for disaster risk reduction and emergency response purposes. Lastly, for partnership and linkages, spearheads in partnerships and linkages with local government units, LGUs, non-government organization, NGOs, government organization, GOs, and other agencies. So this means for the partnership and linkages, for partners and linkages, SDS can connect and work with as many other government organization and private partners. Moreover, can accept help and donations from them. For the other duties of the SDS, perform such other function as may be provided by law, rules, and regulation. This refers to SDS can do as much to ensure quality education under what the law provides. And that ends my report about the School Division Superintendent or the SDS job description, job summary, the qualification standards, and the duties and responsibilities of the SDS. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you learned something about the topic for today. Thank you. God bless us all.